Where was I? I was in line buying my souvenir Soy and Tofu Festival t-shirt. And I got a little carried away with looking at the merchandise. So I hope you enjoy it as well. You got your Maki Mino shirt. I got mine over there too, my latest Warrior shirt, the new one that they dropped. We got Soy and Tofu, but we have some cool ume stuff over there. Morinaga, Hodo, Kikoman. We have Holiday Pop with some amazing cards over here. And we have another very cool creative stickers and plants over here in the corner, so check them all out. Some items right here next to where Only One and Larissa Lamb have their merchandise over here. So we've got a lot of stuff going on here in the plaza still. We had that final performance by Sacramento Taekwondo, and we also have the raffle coming up in just a couple of seconds. They are selling tickets for another 5 minutes or less, actually. If you head over to where that Soy and Tofu Marketplace banner are, you can still buy last minute tickets. I'm going to give them time to sell those last few, I think for 2 more minutes. And then they're going to bring the tickets over here, and then we're going to draw all of those winners. Yuki and I will be here with a list that I have, I think. I don't know if it's a current list, but these are the prizes we're giving away. So we'll see how it goes, folks. I hope you got a chance to get your... Oh, Kenji's got a big list. That's great. Did you go to the office to do that, Kenji? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kenji Takuma, head of the Nichibei Foundation. Give him a round of applause. Kenji, I'm going to let you get settled, and then I'm going to ask you to come over here for a second. Kenji, are you listening? He's not listening. Imagine that. Can you let Kenji know he can do what he needs to do, and then I want him to come over here for a second. All right, Kenji's like me. He got dad ears now, even though he doesn't have dad kids. That's good. You have time, Kenji? Do you have time? All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Kenji Taguma, whose family used to run a Japanese newspaper called the Nichibei Times. Well, we've had to evolve past that, as many newspapers are having a hard time. So was the Nichibei Times as far as staying afloat. One of the reasons might be because they didn't really publish it all in English, the Japanese language. We talked about earlier the need for that communication to go on, because as World War II broke out, and we all know what happened during World War II now with Executive Order 9066, where people of Japanese descent were asked nicely to remove themselves from the West Coast. Anywhere that they could possibly signal all of the enemy submarines, which we know were parked right off the coast of San Francisco. So folks, anywhere like my grandparents and my great-grandparents, all the way down to my parents, who were not even 1 year old, had to evacuate. But they would have been in the dark, some of them, without communications like the Nichibei Times. Because some of them, like my great-grandparents, didn't speak English at all, but they spoke to the rest of the community. And so within those communities, they had papers like the Nichibei Times, which was able to spread the information about what they understood to be coming. Even though nothing was concrete, we knew what you might have to watch for, what you might have to prepare for. And with the good acts of these papers, my parents, my grandparents, my aunts and my uncles, my great aunts and great uncles, they were all able to do the best they could and co-locate so we could stay together during the incarceration. That was the best a lot of our parents could do, and grandparents. So with the history of Kenji's family, bringing it to today, he still has the Nichibei Foundation, which helps preserve and propagate the traditions that we've had, which have raised our communities, and helps push them forward. And to show how they're integrating with the rest of society here today, like the Soy and Tofu Festival, which is showing how something that used to be a white block of blob and soy sauce, which we'd have only at those weird Japanese restaurants. And now it's something that we have every day on every meal. We have them in so many different forms. Soy milk, we have yuba, we have tofu, we have tempeh, we have tofurkey. One of my managers used to eat tofurkey for Thanksgiving. That's a little far for me to go. But this is not too far for you to go, and I'm glad you're here. Kenji, I want you to come over here for a second.
What up?
Kenji Taguma, ladies and gentlemen. Now, tell us, I talked about the value that the Nichibei Times brought to the community, the non-English and the English-speaking community. You are the descendant of those who started that. What does this mean to you to have people here today who are here to support the foundation and to get to know about the foundation? What does it mean to you?
Yeah, it surely means a lot. I mean, I think John Funabiki wrote early on that we're a newspaper powered by tofu. Because this was our biggest fundraiser, and it was one of our earliest fundraisers since 2011. We had a little hiccup here the last 2 years, like everybody else did. But you know, we decided it was time. We were encouraged by the Cherry Blossom Festival and the large audience there, and everybody was asking about the Tofu Festival. So we decided to bring it back. But to answer your question, the Nichibei Foundation was born in the worst economic climate in 40 years, in 2009. But it was important, as the Nichibei Times is closing, I was the vice president and English section editor of that publication, that we continue, because there really wasn't any other source that's going to document our community's history for generations to come. We saw that as the Nichibei Times is closing, all these people were rushing in, trying to photocopy all the newspapers to try to, capture, their family history or community's history from, generations ago, and that's why the print is so important. No offense to TV, but
of course,
you watch TV and it's not indexed, right? You go to a website, it might be gone in 5 years with a silly 404 message. You listen to radio, it goes in through one ear and out the other. You forget what you listened to over the commercial. But print is forever, and we're very much the documentarians of this community, and I'm really proud of our staff, our managing editor Heather Horiyuchi, staff writer Tomo Hirai, longtime staff. Derek Tahada is here as well, our advertising manager Kota Morikawa. We have a very principled staff that is really concerned and cares about this community enough to push through and through these. It was really tough to build a nonprofit newspaper when there was no model to follow. We had to create this model back in 2009. Again, competing versus nonprofits that have years, decades of entrenched fundraising. We had none. But it was important for us to support other nonprofits, and we've done so much. Through the newspaper, with our Obon guides, our Japanese American Community Resource Guide, which we just published this last December, is trying to empower the entire Japanese community, Japanese American community throughout the country. The 3 Japantowns, 4 Japantowns if you count Sawtell, cultural arts practitioners, we list them, historical walking tours to Japantowns, historic destinations. We're trying to capture that, and through our Japanese culture guide, we try to do what we can to preserve Japanese culture in America.
And Kenji, I think it's really important that we've mentioned time and again the Japanese American culture, because that's where the roots of the Nichibei Times and the Nichibei Foundation are. But it's not just for that purpose, it's for us all, because that print is there for reference when people become aware of something they need to check. It's because of things like the Far East to Deep South movie that they have done by Baldwin and Larissa. That is an important aspect to this, because all of our histories combine to make our history. And also the history that we share. Maybe it's not your group that you have had as your family history. It may come to be making history like it has in the past few years, where the Japanese American community came forth and said, look, we've had this thing go on before, where people look out and they think they can identify a specific group by the way they look, by the way they dress, or by the language that they speak. That is not the case. You can't round up people like that and think that you're safe as a country. And so we need to learn from the past what not to do in the present and in the future. Thank you. And so it's through groups like yours, the Nichibei Foundation, and others who are able to preserve those messages and those lessons learned. Because like you said, if the print and the history is not there anymore, then we don't look at that as a reason why not to do something or why to do something. So Kenji, we appreciate your family, we appreciate you, and of course we appreciate all those who are supporting them, right?
Yes, thank you. And I don't know, we had about 160 or so volunteers today, which was crazy because they all kind of came through last minute. But that is a testament to our volunteer coordinator, Angie Fong. Angie, at the info booth. We were shooting for 75 volunteers, but we got 160 because they started coming out over the woodwork. And you mentioned family, and my family. They're all over here today. Maki Mino, my brother-in-law and sister, my sister Machi, and my brother-in-law Andy, and nephew Shinzo, and friends came all the way from Torrance to bring up a half a ton of Morinaga tofu.
Yeah.
Just like they did a couple years ago. And also sponsored my brother Mark and sister-in-law Alice. You know, they've supported every event we've had, and you know, thousands of dollars, enough to put someone in college. In fact, maybe I should have just took the money and gone to college.
You should have gone.
And then my sister Madi, who has helped with mailings and is in the Makimeno booth. I can't say enough about how my family has supported this, but especially our staff. And you know, during the pandemic, we were presented with this situation. You know, one board member said, like, should we close and just save money and just let people get unemployment through and then restart again? But our staff, you know, stood up and said, this is when the community needs us the most. We can't back down just because of the pandemic. And so we did, but no other newspaper probably did in the country. We didn't reduce pages. We didn't shut down. We actually expanded 33% our regular page count. And it couldn't have been done without our staff. Tomo Hirai, our main staff writer right here. She's been with me since 2006. And our current staff now, it's really, you know, powered by our managing editor, Horiuchi, who's been a rock since the Nichibei Times days. But 5 interns now, who stuck with us for like 17 years, Tomo? 15, 17 years. Kota, Morikawa, 2005, Tomo from 2006. But I can't say enough how much it means to me that our staff has you know, was committed to carrying on our operations through the pandemic, you know, without backing down. And we created so many new content in collaboration with people, origami lessons, Japanese language lessons, because we had to serve a community that was self-isolating.
Yeah,
we collaborated with just one cookbook, Namiko Chin.
I'm glad you did that, because as you talked about the needs of we couldn't forecast what happened during the pandemic, but there were other things because of the pandemic being known as something that came over from Asia. And then there were other reasons, perhaps, I don't know if you can say there were reasons, there were other factors that committed and added to anti-Asian hate. And there were messages that needed to get out and a community that needed to come together when they couldn't come together. So again, we appreciate all of the efforts of the Nichibei Times, Nichibei Weekly, and all of your team. So thank you very much, Ken.
Yes, and during the pandemic, we also created an anti-AKI hate PSA. Greg Valoria, our video producer, is here somewhere. There he is. And I directed it, but we got Japantown community leaders to speak out against anti-API hate. And we are going to start a campaign because of the government grant we got to put that on various Japanese language, in-language newspapers, publications, as well as national TV on NHK, Japan, Crossings TV, and 8 media markets. Letting people know that it's okay to report incidents of hate, to let people know what they are, and so forth. But yeah, I can't say enough about the support of the community and all the volunteers here. People who have been here for a long time. Judy Hamaguchi, right there. Teresa Ono, who's managing our stage. Greg, Valoria, and Greg, you know, we really couldn't do this year without the support of the Japan Center Malls, our first presenting sponsor, and really it's Greg that made that happen. And, Greg, my partner in crime, we launched during this pandemic a monthly live stream program called the Nichibei Cafe, nichibei.org/cafe. Greg is our producer, and of course we have 2 co-hosts who spoke earlier today, but we've really taken ethnic media to a place where it really hasn't been before. We're competing with Asia Pacific America.
You're not competing with my buddy Robert's show.
We have a better time slot.
You're augmented and you have a better time slot, which is anytime you want, so it's on the web. So there we go. Once again, Kenji is helping carry forward the messages of the past. So thank you once again, Kenji. I really appreciate that. Yeah, take a look at the bottom. We have the sponsors here. You can look at your publications, and we'll mention them again at the end, but we do need to make sure that we get to our raffle as well. Kenji, you've got all these sponsors out here. Do you want to call them out just real quickly by name?
Yeah, we have the Japantown Malls, East and West, our presenting sponsor. We have Union Bank, Kikoman, Morinaga, Bachan's, and Japantown Community Benefits District. We have our raffle sponsor, Japan Airlines, which is represented by Steve Katayama. We have NBC Bay Area, which is represented by you. Media sponsor, Crossings TV, Jay Weekly, who was here today, Nichibei Weekly. And we have a bunch of product donors. We're really grateful for Hodo Foods over there for providing a lot of tofu today for you to eat. So we're really happy with that partnership. They've been partnered for all 10 years, I believe. And this is all about partnerships with our organizations. For most of our existence, we were 4 full-time equivalent staff. So we needed partners throughout this tenure, and Pietro as well.
Wow, Pietro, we love that salad dressing. All right, well, you know what? You guys have been great getting the sponsors, so we're going to give some of their stuff
Yuki
away.
Too.
There's Yuki here as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know you've been here. Thank you for listening to the messaging, and thank you for standing by. We do have your raffle prizes. Uncle Ray like Yuki.
We're excited, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is the part we were waiting for all day.
Because we have all these prizes to give away. I hope the folks who are sitting down purchase their raffle tickets. The folks standing around as well, get those white tickets out there because we have some work to do. Are you going to pull that first ticket, the winning ticket out?
No, actually, Mike, I want you to pull it.
Oh, I'll pull it
yeah,
out. Okay.
So.
Yuki wants me to be blamed in case.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want the responsibility. I don't want anybody coming to me being like, why did you pull my name?
So what we're going to do, Yuki, is I believe we're going to pull out the grand prize ticket.
So the reason why we're doing the grand prize first is so that everybody who entered gets an equal chance to try to win this, right? That's why I want to pull that one first. It is the most exciting one.
But
so
we will announce it last.
Okay, we're going to announce it last, so yeah, but we are pulling it first.
All right. So I'm going to reach in here.
Mike, all the pressure's on you. The lucky one.
Do I have one? One. Okay.
Got one? All right.
Where do we put it? Oh, Tracy, you want to hold it?
All right, let's have...
Oh, she's going to put it in the hermetically sealed in her sweat
jacket. It is sealed.
That's good. All right. Mix these up. So that's
the
way.
What is your next prize?
It's been pulled. So let's hope, if you only bought one ticket, let's hope that I do not call your ticket. Because that means it might be in Teresa's pocket. We say that about all things good. They might be in Teresa's pocket. We don't know. All right. So Yuki, shall we just go? Yeah,
should we announce the next one? Okay, so the first prize that we're going to be announcing with the actual winner is a 1-year subscription to masterclass.com and the Art of Tofu cookbook. Exciting.
Wow, the Art of Tofu cookbook. See, years ago, we would never have even imagined that would be a possibility.
And this is courtesy of Masterclass in Morinaga.
Ooh, all right. Two of my favorites. All right. Shall I read this one?
Yes, please do.
All right, the winner for this one is very easily read because it's typewritten.
Okay, perfect.
Word processing.
They were prepared.
Yeah, great. The winning ticket is 0229. 0229. The name is Kim Uehara. Kim Uehara.
Kim, congratulations, Kim.
Yay.
If you're here, please raise your hand. That's totally fine if you're not, though. Okay.
Oh, Teresa's keeping track of
everything. Thank you so much.
All right.
Now the next one is also a 1-year subscription to masterclass.com and the Art of Tofu cookbook, which, by the way, you can also grab at the info booth over there if you would like to know how to cook more tofu dishes. Okay.
All right, this one is ticket 0073. Oh, early buyer. 0073. Last name is, or the name is Gary Kitahata. Gary,
congratulations! Is Gary here today? Not quite, that's okay.
Does anybody know who Gary is? That's okay. Does anybody have anybody else that they know that's named Gary? I'm just taking a poll.
Okay, actually the next 3 are still the 1-year subscription to masterclass.com and the Art of Tofu cookbook.
All right, we'll have a lot
of the next 3 lucky winners.
Well-educated people. Oh, we have, I believe, someone from the court.
We do! Oh my
wait a
gosh,
minute, they sold tickets.
congratulations.
Oh, well, she's honest. All right.
Yes.
Ticket number 2956. I don't know if they're still here because they're so busy and they sold tickets all day. 2956 is Katie Drennan. Katie, are you still here?
Congratulations, Katie. And thank you
Drennan.
for working hard
Representing
throughout
the
today.
Kogura gift shop in San Jose, California. San Jose is Japantown. And
We got 2 more of these.
Shrimp
1-year subscription to masterclass.com
right.
and the Art of Tofu Cookbook.
All right. Well, we'll take both of them. Look at that. Okay, first one is a team. 0265 is the ticket number. 0265. Keith and Janine. You think it's spelled that correctly? Well, I'll read it the way it's spelled. Weater. It could be waiter.
It could be waiter.
It could be waiter.
W-I-A-T-E-R.
Yeah, Keith and Janine from San Francisco.
Yes, Keith and Janine,
If
congratulations.
you're a Janine and you're with a Keith, or you're a Keith and you're with a Janine, then you might be the winners. And the last one is the same prize, right?
Okay, yeah, same prize. 1-year subscription to masterclass.com and the Art of Tofu Cookbook.
All right, this ticket is handwritten, that's great, but it's legible, we take that. Ticket number 3311. 3311, Brian Chin. 2
Brian,
hands.
congratulations.
Chin. Brian
here.
Woo, we have Brian fans.
Congratulations.
All right.
Okay,
Give this over to
so we
Teresa.
got some new prizes for the next one. It is 2 tickets for 1-day admission to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, I believe, and
yes.
another, the Art of Tofu Cookbook.
Oh, so that's together. They get both of those.
Yes, 2 prizes there. Technically 3 since it's 2 tickets.
Is there any more for Great America? Or just this one?
I think just this one
Well,
actually.
that's important because you may have heard the news that Great America is closing. You guys
Yes.
hear that? In 10 years.
Stressful.
They put out a press release. They probably might be closing in 10 years. So, okay. If you're like our family, you sit on it for 9.5 years. All right, the winner is ticket 1420. Name is Larry Namekata. Larry Namekata.
Congratulations, Larry.
Or in the past, you might have been called at roll call Larry Namekata. Larry Namekata.
Let's
And
see who
not
the
sponsored
lucky
by
winner
that
is.
place. All right, ticket number 1123. 1123. It's Deborah Hatanaka. Deborah Hatanaka.
Congratulations, Deborah. Is Deborah here today? No? That's okay.
All right, she still wins.
Okay. The next prize is 2 bottles and sets of tea from Chato, right here, right in front of us,
All right, in a carrying case.
and the Art of Tofu Cookbook.
All right.
All right.
Ticket number 0029. Wow, early buyer. 0029. Ken Takeshita.
Ken,
Ken Takeshita.
congratulations, Ken.
From South San Francisco. Oh, there's 2 of them. Teresa, do we know? Maybe there's something different inside.
Sorry, we're just checking to make sure.
That's different, huh?
Okay, all right.
All right.
Just move on. And the next prize is 2 tickets to the San Francisco Zoo,
Oh, the zoo.
general admission, and the Art of Tofu Cookbook, of course.
Well, that's good, because if you go to the zoo, you don't want to get like a zebra cookbook. That would not be,
That's
that would be
true.
rude. Oh, look, the gibbons. That's great. All right. We have ticket handwritten 3272. Ticket 3272. Tommy Thatch or Tommy Touch from San Francisco.
Thatch, I think. Yeah, Thatch. Tommy Thatch, congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Toilet, you got it.
A few more times.
That Kino board has nothing on us. Here we go. Oh,
Okay.
it's coming out.
Okay.
All right, what do we have
Okay,
next,
what
Ricky?
is our next prize? Our next prize is, oh, wait.
A car? No, not a car. Two. No. Well,
Okay, sorry.
I don't think that's right. You can check with Kenji. We don't want to promise something that we can't deliver. And we don't want to pay for the thing we promised.
All right, sorry. The next prize is 2 tickets to the SF MoMA
Okay.
general admission and the Art of Tofu Cookbook.
Wow.
Yay!
The other thing would be weird if it wasn't the grand prize. Okay. We have ticket 0680. Thank you for looking out. 0680, Ricky Okamura. Ricky!
Congratulations!
Popular
Is
fellow.
Ricky here? Ricky? I want to see you because I want to see you on stage.
Yeah. Oh, Ricky.
Yes, so he used to operate Venkyodo, which was over there, and he was one of our judges for the VIP event, which happened last week.
Good, Ricky.
And he judged our soy and tofu dessert competition. There we go. That's what it is.
Good.
Yeah. So congratulations,
like
Ricky.
Family. Oh, Tracy, you know that.
Okay, so our next prize is a one-year family membership to the Japanese American National Museum.
National Museum.
Yes, the National Museum.
That's not here.
No, it's not. It's in LA. And the Art of Tofu Cookbook.
All right, ticket 1661. 1661 goes to Jeremy Sorgan.
Oh, do we have the winner here? Yay! Congratulations!
Hey, all right. Come on up here, Jeremy.
Congratulations. This is very exciting.
And just like we told you, we just need 2 forms of photo ID, and you're, oh, it's not fun. We'll give it to you anyway. All right, here we go. That's exactly it. All right, Jeremy, you're going to have to talk to Therese. Therese, do you have the prizes? It's not in her pocket. Oh, it's right here. They got to check in case it's
Okay,
like garbage. We don't want to give it
keep
to you.
moving.
Jeremy, good job. All right.
Yes, good job. Congratulations.
Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
you got to find your way to LA, Jeremy. Sorry.
The next one is, again, 2 tickets to California's Great America, General Admission, and the Art of Tofu Cookbook.
All right.
So let's see who, lucky winner of this.
Ticket 1938, Stephen Juan. Stephen Juan.
Congratulations, Stephen. Is Stephen here?
Not only Juan,
Yay.
Stephen Juan.
Yes.
All right.
Congratulations.
Oh, what, your membership? What? You don't just get a ticket, you have to go back over and over again? Wow. Okay, you can see Jeremy's face over at the MoMA. I think that's
It's a great museum to go to, so yes. The next one is actually the last one before we announce the grand prize winner. So it is 4 tickets to the Oakland Athletics.
Oakland Estuary? What? Oh, athletics.
Game.
Oh, my
Regular
goodness.
season home game.
Okay.
Yay. And the Art of Tofu Cookbook.
All right.
Of course. Who's the lucky winner of this?
Ticket 0563. 0563. LaDonna Yumori Kaku. Hyphenated last name, Yumori Kaku. LaDonna is the first name.
LaDonna-san.
That's a fancy name.
Congratulations.
Oh, that's right. Congratulations,
Okay.
LaDonna.
Okay, Teresa, I think we need that final ticket, the grand prize winner. So don't worry, if your name hasn't been called yet, you could be the one winning this grand prize, which is, by the way, 2 round-trip tickets to Japan, courtesy of Jal. So, Mike,
All right.
we're very excited.
We have the winner of the grand prize for the Nichibei Foundation 2022 Northern California Soy and Tofu Festival Raffle. Ticket 06. Sorry, 92. The man knows his ticket number, but someone needs to know 0692 Cindy Sasaki.
Oh, Cindy! Oh my
He's from
God.
San Francisco. Okay.
Congratulations, Cindy!
Congratulations, Cindy.
Yeah.
All right, give her a round of applause, you sore losers.
Big round of applause. Thank you so
All
much.
right, there we go. All right, so that's
That's it.
All of
Yes,
this
that
festival,
is
all of this festivities,
Prizes.
all of it's over. You've got the Art of Tofu cookbook. Those are beautiful cookbooks. Yes, available out there as well, folks. Well, I want to thank you for sticking it out. I know it's because you had ulterior motives. You wanted to see if you won the prize. You win by being here. Thank you to my co-host Yuki for picking up the slack wherever
big
we
round of
are.
applause to Mikey Noya, who stuck around all day doing wonderful emceeing. We love you. Your voice is just the one that lifts all of our spirits. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Such an honor and a
Thank
pleasure.
you, folks. Wonderful to work with you. Wonderful to work with all of you. And make sure you check out all the booths you didn't check out on the way back. I hope you visit anytime we have something going on in Japantown. And check out the Nichibei Foundation. Really important work that they're doing here. And let it inspire you to visit other groups supporting other traditions and other histories in other places. Because like we talked about, we need to support each other so that we can move forward in much more expeditious fashion. Take care, folks. Take care. Have a good day.
Okay, before you go, give it up for Sound Innovations and the Young family. Give it up for our army of volunteers and their leader, Angie Fong.
All right, volunteers.
Give it up for all our vendors and performers coming all the way from LA. Larissa Lemon, Baldwin Chu, only one, and little one.
Little one.
Give it up for Mikey Noe.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know, the first festival we put together here in 2011, we did in 2 months, which was crazy. This one we did in less than 2 months put together, but it really was driven by new blood, Yuki, who was enthusiastic about this, but especially our 2 co-hosts of the Nichibei Cafe, Kelly Yokoi and Ryan Yamamoto.
Kelly and Ryan. Yeah.
We love you, Kelly and Ryan. You guys are amazing.
Is it Ryan and Kelly? No, Kelly and Ryan. It's like that TV show.
Yeah.
On that other network.
Yeah, on another network.
Kelly, up there. Ryan, why don't you come up to the stage?
They're like, it's after 5,
Okay.
we're done.
No, but really, and I think I speak for the rest of my staff. You know, Kota and I talk about this all the time, but Kelly and Ryan, our 2 youngest. Oh, here he comes. Our
Kelly and Ryan. Woo! Our heroes.
Kelly and Ryan.
Thank you all for coming out here. We really appreciate
there it
it.
is.
Please come next year.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun to plan and have you guys here, so thanks for coming, and we hope you guys enjoyed all the performances and stopped by the merch booth to say hi to Kelly and I. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming, and we'll be here next year probably, maybe.
And watch the Nichibei Cafe, generally every second Thursday. You'll see Ryan and Kelly, or Kelly and Ryan, co-host. Kelly wore many hats. This really wouldn't happen without these 2 people, and we're, you know, every day we're inspired by their enthusiasm. What this festival, the spirit is all about, community building and leadership development, and it's so, I'm so proud to see them develop in this leadership role and, you know, take on a lot of stress. But they really drove this whole thing, particularly the last few days, and I really can't thank you enough. They also take a dual role for the Nichibei Cafe co-hosts, even though, you know, they never really expected that until Greg and I threw it on them, but they took it on like champs, and they continue to impress us every day. Got you a little thing. Asian American history is American history from the Far East Cafe. One is little gift, but thank you for all you do, all that you do to inspire us. It's really great to see you partake in community. These are two former interns. Tomo is a former intern, Kota is a former intern. Half our staff are former interns, and it's really great to see them continue their work in community. So really proud of you, really inspired by you, and yeah, watch them on Nichibei Cafe. Thank you, everybody.
All right, folks, if you're around the crowd today, make sure you check in NBC Bay Area News. You might see yourself on TV tonight. We're glad we saw you here, over here at Peace Pavilion. Thanks, and drive safely, folks. It's my job. I don't want to have to report you. Take care.